We've been roaming the frozen desert for years. Many of us do not remember a world before the Great Frost. Now another whiteout is coming, and again, we've reached the old machine. Again, we will rely on its furnace to provide us heat through the storm. In the past, we always made sure there was enough supplies for the next whiteout, but our numbers have grown through the years. Providing for everyone is getting harder and harder. We must survive. The very first step we need to take is to find heat for our people. We can collect the oil from this oil wagon here, and then put it into the furnace of the old dreadnought to create some heat. Without heat, our people would surely perish in this frozen wasteland. The most difficult part of this journey will be collecting enough materials to survive during this 88 weeks, and collecting enough to also survive the incoming whiteout. Now that our workers have finished their frost breaking, we are able to build an extraction district on top of the oil wagon to collect the oil inside. While we wait for the extraction district to finish, I'm going to start building a housing district as well in these blue heated tiles. Now, since I don't have enough, I'm also going to have to build some outside right next to the heated tiles. Hopefully the heat will transfer between the tiles to keep all members of our society warm. We currently have 3,000 members of the Wanderers living with us today, and that is what we will try to keep as we enter the whiteout. I'm now going to break some ice on the other side of the dreadnought to open up these other heated tiles in case we need to build more housing districts. This last tile, I guess, can go here, around this way. We'll start heading towards another oil wagon, just in case. In a game like this, it's better to have excess materials than not enough. Great! Our people have finished frostbreaking near the dreadnought. Now we'll have enough room for houses if need be. But we don't have enough food for our people, which is going to be a major problem. We've got heat, we've got housing, but we don't have food. So what I'm going to do is, I've noticed there's some fertile soil over here. And you'll notice I'm just going to make a one-tile path down to the fertile soil so we don't waste any time or resources trying to get to this new material. Every second counts when you're trying to survive. Our extraction district has been built, and we are ready to turn on the furnace in the old dreadnought. Our people in the first housing district now have the heat that they needed. My instincts were correct. One housing district is not enough. So we will place a second housing district on the other side of the dreadnought, where they too can have heat. And again, we'll have to put a few tiles outside of the heated zones and hope that the heat transfers between the tiles. In order to maintain our housing and extraction districts to make sure they do not fall on our people's heads, we will need to open up an extraction district here in the construction wagon. So I'm just going to frost break around the construction wagon and also go back to this oil wagon back here again, just in case we need extra oil. The frost breaking for the construction wagon has completed, which means we can now build the extraction district we need to extract the materials to maintain all our other districts. Conan says we will be better prepared for when the whiteout hits, and she is correct. We will be prepared when it hits. I am going to continue to extract around this oil wagon here so that we can get more resources than we need. I did not forget about our food supply, by the way. It is still negative 53, but luckily nobody's starving to death. We can still build this oil extraction and the construction extraction before the food. I will, however, probably need to frost break some more before I get to the fertile soil for the food. Yeah, we're 1 tile away, so I'm just gonna break some more ice so that we can get to the food district here. Let's see what else is around. I think the next best thing is to go up this hill and to get to this fertile soil here. So that would be the best use of our resources. The construction extraction district has finished building, but we are at minus 40 materials, and this extraction district only produces 20 per week. So I might have to enact emergency shifts for a little while so that they'll produce more and will be at less of a deficit until I can find another construction extraction district. It's now time to build our first food district to help our little starvation problem. You know, the minus 53 hunger. In the same train of thought, trying to beat our hunger, I'm going to start frost breaking up to the next fertile soil location. So that way, we can have 2 food districts before our people starve. And then I'm also going to start heading towards a new construction extraction district also, because we are still losing more resources than we are gaining, with a deficit of minus 40. After our people collect the food, we still need a place to store it, which is where this food stockpile hub comes in. It can only store 15,000, but that's good enough for now. I think we'll want to place it right here outside of the town for easy access during the Whiteout. With the first food district complete, it appears we are still at a negative number in food, which means it's necessary for us to build the second food district up on the hill. The second food district has completed building, and it appears we have a message from one of our wanderers. Fian says, "We've been here so many times, the soil is depleting. A couple more, and there will be no point in erecting the hothouses. There will be nothing to grow food on. And the yield is so low. Either we pull emergency shifts or tighten our belts, otherwise there might not be enough food for everyone." I think in order to combat this situation that we need to enact emergency shifts to create more food, not ask everyone to tighten their belts. Although all the workers seem to hate the emergency shifts, this is what has to be done in order to keep the majority of our people happy. We need to stockpile 40,000 units of food, and since each stockpile house only is able to hold 15,000, I'll need to build around 4 of them, and they will all be placed right outside the city. We are also at minus 100 materials, which means it's really important for me to frost break over to this second construction cart and build an extraction district to get more materials. It appears that I have a choice to go around this rock and go to more construction materials or food. I'm choosing the construction materials because we are way down on construction materials compared to the food, where we're doing okay to survive at the moment. We can always fix this later. And we will definitely need to fix this later, as our current rate of food collection will take us 94 weeks to get the food we need when we only have 59 weeks left until the Whiteout. With the frost breaking completed, I can now set down our second construction extraction district. I will also start frost breaking to a third construction district down here, so our other districts do not collapse. What other things do we have around here? It looks like there's more food, another construction area. But I think the best way to go would be around this way to get to this fertile soil over here. That way we don't waste any time that we don't have. One of our frostbreaking crew uncovered the frozen remains of a man in a tattered uniform. His shoulder patch reads, New London Scouts, 3rd Platoon, and he bears the obscure insignia. Some of our elderly members claim it belongs to a military organization, while others argue it has religious significance. Maybe you have heard of New London before and can settle their debates. It definitely symbolizes order. If there was no order, New London died in the chaos, and so will we. On a brighter note, we can now build our extraction district to obtain more construction materials. I will also be continuing our frost-breaking efforts to get to this fresh new area of fertile soil so we can have excess food for the whiteout. Then I'm also going to head down this way for even more food. Can't have enough food. Especially when you consider that at our current rate of food production, we will not survive the whiteout. Treya says, my knees ache and my fingers are so stiff I can't hold the needle anymore. I've lived a full life. It warms my heart to see little Betty and Jacob play by the evening fire. But maybe this is it. I've talked with the other elders. If it comes to it, we will go. I won't let my grandchildren starve. I don't think that will be necessary, but we'll think on it. I really do want all 3,000 of us, including the elders, to survive to the whiteout and beyond. If we maintain order under my direction, we will. It's just gonna take a minute to get all this food up and running. Speaking of food, Aiden says he's found seals. The seal colony could supplement our food production. But they haven't been seen since the world froze over. So the question is, do we want to eat them now because they survived like us? And my answer is yes. The strongest survive. Our colony is running strong with a surplus in construction materials now, which means I can let go of these emergency shifts in this district here. All the construction districts. Let's see if our frostbaking has completed. It has just about completed. It looks like they're just leaving now, which means we can build our next food district. Just gotta wait for enough scraps. There we go. We have enough now. Now I can build the next food district and also potentially start our next frost breaking. Or not. It looks like I don't have enough workforce, which means I have to wait for something else to complete before I can frost break some more. Great, everything has completed. Let's see if I can do it now. I am still 50 people short. The workforce didn't change when the building stopped because the people working there got employed. Oh no. And it is important that we try to frost break some more to get to more areas. It appears that most of our workforce is in extraction districts, which means we might have to shut one of those down in order to frost break some more. Question that remains now is which one. The construction districts seem to be doing very well, but if I take this out, we would have -10. So food districts, I can't close a food district. And the heat demand has increased, so I cannot close down our extraction districts that are giving us gasoline. So I guess I'll have to go and close this district here. unfortunately. I'm just gonna shut it down just for a little bit. Yeah, I don't see any better options. Let's check on the heat in this district, because this is where most of the heat's coming from. It appears the generator's on, it's working fine. I don't know what overdrive is, so let's turn that on. The heat did go up with the overdrive on, so we will leave that on. I will have to keep an eye on that, though, because overdrive sounds like it could be a potential hazard if misused or overused. I also just realized that our food production is going amazing. It says it's going to finish in 41 weeks, but we also have 41 weeks till the whiteout, so it's going to finish right in time. I feel like we need more time, though, so I'm going to see what I can do. I'm also going to put this district, the extraction district for the fuel, into emergency shifts so our people can stay warm, because we're currently at -77. When I do emergency shifts, that number goes up, which is exactly what we want. So I'm going to instill emergency shifts in both of these districts and hope that my people do not hate me. This is very, very close to hating me. At the bottom of the screen there, you can see my people's dislike for me. So I have to see what I can do to raise that. I don't need them to love me, but I do need them to at least tolerate me so that they don't banish me and then our whole plan just goes out the window and chaos ensues. I'm gonna frost break to this area here, and then I'm gonna frost break down this hill to the gas and seal colony. Getting to that seal colony is going to be the most important thing because we need that excess food to survive the whiteout. The gas colony will also probably need, a -5 right now I feel isn't too bad, so we're not going to focus on that, especially since it seems like our workforce is getting smaller. I feel like we definitely need to get that seal colony, though, up and running as fast as we can. Okay, the frost breaking has completed. Let's actually see how much food this will produce. 21,000 compared to the seal colony, which would give us 400,000. Oh my gosh. Yes, we definitely need to... I'm not going to say ignore the fertile soil, but it's more important to frost break down to the seal colony as fast as we can to get that food. That will definitely help us survive the whiteout way better than any fertile soil could. Plus, our people need a balanced diet. What is this strange symbol on this district? Oh, our construction extraction district is running out of material. That's not good. The whiteout draws near. People in the camp are getting tense. They worry we won't gather enough food in time. Our hunters blame us for ignoring the seal colony. We're not ignoring it. We're getting there slowly. They claim they would have been able to provide enough food for everyone. It's too late for that now. I disagree. We still have time. Many elders have volunteered to walk into the Frostland rather than burden on our resources. Their sacrifice would significantly reduce rations we need for the whiteout. There's no need to resort to extreme measures. We can gather enough food in time, I know it. We're on our way to the seal colony now. Literally right now. I could probably build... Yes, I can. I can build a food district on the seal colony right now, which we will do. Since this construction extraction district is about to run out of materials, I'm going to completely deconstruct it and build a new extraction district on a new construction wagon. There is one across the valley here next to our second food district that we can build upon. Our people are still not that happy about us being leaders, so what I might do is go in here and I can give them scraps, which will give me better reputation, since we're doing so well with scraps. With our food district built onto the seal colony, we are preparing way more food than need be, and I just enacted emergency shifts so we get there even faster. But I guess I don't have to do that now. So I undid the emergency shifts, and I'm going to undo emergency shifts for all food districts, because we are currently going to get all the food we need in almost half the time we need to get to the Whiteout. That seal colony was way more needed than I thought it was. Oh no, our very first food district in the valley is about to run out of food. But it's fine, it looks like we're still going to make it. We won't need this food district when the Whiteout hits, that's for sure. We'll all be inside. Our heat is currently at -50. We're not producing enough heat for some reason. Let's check out the Dreadnought to make sure that overdrive is still in overdrive. Yeah, it's still on. Is it actually doing anything, though? My question. Yeah, it's still pushing up the heat. It's just not enough anymore. This Whiteout is going to be a bad one. Say goodbye to our first food district. Goodbye. It's time that we let this one die and we build a new one, so that we can obtain enough food for this incoming Whiteout. It's also time to frost break around this oil wagon here so we can generate more heat. We've been needing this for a while and I just haven't had enough workers to do it. So while I have enough workers, we are going to get this broken and built. Generator overdrive at maximum. There's a malfunction risk. Oh, no. We're gonna turn that right off. No explosions today, thank you. I said earlier we might have to watch that, and I was correct, but I completely forgot about that. It's good that they warned us. Otherwise, that would have definitely killed like half our people. Our newest extraction district for fuel has been built, and it's going to go into emergency shifts so that we can maintain enough heat till the Whiteout arrives. I'm also going to give our people scraps so they like me more. And we only have 2 weeks left until we have all the food we need for the Whiteout. When the Whiteout arrives in 10, we are doing really good on food. Yes! We did it! The food is secured. We secured enough food to survive the incoming Whiteout. Our workers will make some last-minute preparations before the storm arrives. We should try to keep our people warm for this time. We will survive. Now it's just all about waiting. It's here! The Whiteout is here. Preparations are over.
When the Whiteout hit the camp, the Wanderers were ready. Everyone was thankful we acted fast and gathered enough food in time. The miracle of the seal colony strengthened our hope that our journey will lead to a promised land. Our elders have added this story to our great tales, alongside warnings about a sinful city that still pumps smoke into the sky.